Hey guys, this is a super thanks and Patreon Q&A video. If you want to be in the next video, you can leave your question in a super thanks by clicking that button right below this video, or you can sign up for the Patreon. I'll have the link in the description. Baby Eye asks, hey Z, I saw this image of Saitama taking Murata's pen and drawing himself hair. Is this just a joke or is it something more? So, believe it or not, I don't think I've ever talked about this on the channel, and I remember seeing this when I first started it, many years ago. This is like, I think from one of the first volumes. It's like, some of that bonus art that you get in them. I forget which volume it is, but it's, maybe in the first 10, possibly. Anyway, this is a joke for sure. I mean, come on, it's in the same vein as like Saitama getting scratched by that cat. But I do think it also means something more as well. Like, it is one telling us that, yes, he is this strong. So let me elaborate. Going back, again, when I said I started Zhoniin and I first got into One Punch Man, the power system and everything was very different. Saitama was for sure the strongest, obviously, and considered one of the strongest characters in all of battle manga, but he was just, the strongest from a physical aspect, durability and speed. That was it. He was kind of just like Juggernaut times 100 or whatever. I'm not saying, he's stronger than Marvel Juggernaut, because you know how Marvel people get when you try to cross scale with anime stuff. And actually, I'll talk about that a little later. But there wasn't really much more to Saitama other than that. He was just the strongest from a physicality standpoint, right? Because that's all we really saw of him. Well, as the manga went on, it was clearly much more than that. We got to see the most of this when he went against Cosmic Fear Garou. And it was revealed that the way Saitama's power works, with his limiter being removed, is that he just continually raises his power level. And there is no limit to it. He will infinitely get stronger as long as, I guess, he's still alive and you keep pushing him to get stronger. See, he had gotten so strong from post-limiter removal, before we meet him in the series, that his power level was just so high that there was no one that was even close to it yet, not even Boros. But once Cosmic Fear Garou came around and got the power from God, now suddenly he was just as strong as Saitama's power level had pushed him to be up until that point. But now that he had someone who was pushing him, he was progressively getting stronger. But considering that he was already the strongest, him getting stronger starts to kind of break reality. We saw that as Garou was like manipulating space-time and portals, using the tactics that Blast would use, things that make sense, more or less within the laws of the universe, at least going by battle manga standards, trying to relate them, to our reality. However, Saitama, as we've seen, none of that matters to him. And he literally just kicks the portal like it's like a hula hoop or something, which obviously you can't do. Even if we get to that point in our reality where we start manipulating space-time and opening up wormholes, you can't just have some random tangible human come and just kick it, like it was a hula hoop or something. It just doesn't make sense. And that being said, it kind of does make sense, because that's just how strong Saitama is. The laws of the universe don't apply to him. Another great example of this is when Phoenix Man is trying to gaslight Child Emperor into becoming a bad guy, essentially, and joining the Monster Association, or more so maybe just joining him as an individual. But he takes Child Emperor's mind to this psychic realm that we've seen Espers are able to use and stuff like that. But technically, this isn't like a tangible place. It's not, like a room you can just enter by opening a door. Saitama, however, he just enters this place, and then he can break it open physically. Again, stuff like this doesn't make sense, but that's just how strong Saitama is. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Incogni. So I'm sure most of you watching this are getting spam texts or spam calls or emails or stuff like that. I know that I definitely am. And if you are, that means that your data has leaked online. This happens because data brokers gather your information and sell it to businesses and marketing agencies. This can also directly or indirectly expose your sensitive information to bad actors, putting you at risk of identity theft. So that's where Incogni comes in, because it's like an automated service. Incogni reaches out to data brokers on our behalf, requests that they remove our personal data, and they handle any of the objections. I just started using Incogni today, and I've already had over 130 requests approved. So guys, you can take your personal data back today with Incogni by checking the link in the description, and make sure you use code Zhoniin. That way you'll get 60% off of your annual plan. Thanks, guys. And then, of course, let's go to the craziest feat that we've seen of him so far, or at least, I guess, debatably, and it's when he has been pushed to the strongest he's ever been by Cosmic Fear Garou at the end of their fight, that he is so strong that just a sneeze blows away the surface of Jupiter, which is a planet way bigger than Earth. That was just a sneeze. Imagine a serious punch. In theory, he could destroy not just the galaxy, but the entire universe. And that's just from a single punch. It's not some big Kamehameha or spirit bomb thing. So, Saitama, coming out of this image, grabbing Murata's pen and then drawing himself hair, I think lines up with what this being is. He's stronger than the universe itself. He's kind of like the Beyonder from Marvel, in a way. But to be honest, from what I've read of the Beyonder, I think I've read every single comic he's ever been involved in, I don't ever remember seeing him do things like this. Yeah, let me know what you think about Saitama's true strength. How it goes beyond just being really strong and fast, and it goes into just, you're something more than what reality and our universe can contain. Milky Bag 2298 with the $10 super thanks. Thank you so much, Milky Bag. I really appreciate it. Said, love your videos, man. Keep up the great work. Hey, love your super thanks and your comments and your support of the channel, Milky Bag. Again, I really do appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. SoftServe6 asks, I saw this theory on Twitter that Shaki could be the mother of Shamrock and Shanks. What do you think? Do you think that Shaki was kidnapped by the world government the same way that Ginny was? And she, Shaki, also took on a celestial dragon husband, just like Ginny, and then gave birth to a child? And what if she was given a Garling and she is the mother of Shamrock and Shanks? Because, you know, Shaki, S-H-A, and then Shamrock, S-H-A, Shanks, S-H-A. What do you think about this? Is it possible? Sure. I do think that Shaki is going to be kidnapped and taken to God Valley, and she's going to be rescued by Rayleigh. But is she going to be having kids at that point? Like, is she going to be, you know, forced to a celestial dragon? Very possible. As, you know, we said, Ginny, so it has happened. But is she like the mother of Shanks and Shamrock? That would be wild. I guess it's possible. Maybe not Shamrock, but maybe she's the mother of Shanks. You know, maybe Garling had a traditional marriage, and then that's where Shamrock came from, and then maybe he got with Shaki and then made Shanks, and then that's why Shanks, you know, was given away, because he's not like a pure blood celestial dragon. I'm not fully sold on this, but that would be wild if that's true. But if not, Shanks, again, could be Mihawk. Maybe. I'm not saying Garling is Mihawk's dad, but, you know, like another celestial dragon or holy knight or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Again, you can check the super thanks button right below this video if you wanted to leave a question for the next one, or the link for the Patreon will be in the description. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.